Yo, what's up, crew? I am super excited about another episode tonight. This is all about Project CFC's top players that we believe in, that we are expecting their card to go up in value. And now that doesn't just mean their card, which we're going to talk about, but not specific card, but the actual player and where they're going to be going, because that drives the market is the player. So that is what I'm going to be talking about. All right, crew. So, a lot has changed here in the last couple weeks regarding sports getting back. We know basketball now is going to be starting here up in Florida, late July. Um, Baseball still, you guys saw my last episode about me bitching about baseball. They still can't seem to work things out. So we still don't know what's going to happen. My prediction was we would know later on. Well, I'm wrong. They still can't meet anywhere, which we were hoping we would get some progress there. Football's still on track. So let's hopefully that stays on track and get my favorite sport keep on going. But that brings us into the market of cards. What should we attack? Because a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing right now has been, since there has been no sports, has been driven by what you call false slash intermediate hits. Just the last dance. You get 30 for 30s on people, small pieces that are driving the market in different ways because we have nothing. These aren't sustainable. None of these. Obviously, the actual sport playing again is what sustains the market back. So into that, we go into okay, well, what's coming up, right? Basketball's probably going to be first. I think there'll be baseball. Who knows? But that's where most of the money's, I think, made in sports cards, anyways, is in basketball. So we get into those guys, and it'd be like, all right, it's going to be that 22 game tournament there in Florida. We know basically who the 17 team playoff teams might be. There'd be a couple there in the West between New Orleans and I think Phoenix and a couple other teams that are trying to fight for that last two spots there in the playoffs. And then we'll get this tournament style playoffs, which should be fun, should be different. And then the question is, how is that going to affect the market? Or who can affect that market? Because it obviously comes down to players. It's not the team that affects the card. I mean, semi if they win the championship, but it's still the player. So, could we get lucky and get a first round matchup of Williamson and versus LeBron and AD in the first round? Could we get that? That would be ridiculous. I think that would raise everybody's. I think this in general, basketball is going to raise the basketball card prices up at least a fraction across the board. Now it'll come down to who wins championships, who's going to go off for a few games in the playoffs, maybe have a run, who's going to get the shine. Those guys for that series is where you're going to need to play this game with the players. So we get into the actual card or the player. Now, we all can't buy the $2,000, $4,000 LeBron James rookie card. Not all of us can afford that. Can we get this year's jersey, would I say, attacking that? In his Lakers jersey, or maybe the first year in his Lakers jersey. Refractors of certain Panini brands that you like. I mean, Mosaic just came out with a bunch, which I see all over the place right now on eBay, along with, you can get both the optics, which I think are still a great card, along with all the other ones that are coming out in the basketball right now. Are you willing to spend $25 on a small LeBron? Or I think Anthony Davis is the player to attack. His card is still going up and rising. Do you go ahead and search in their raw versions of a card and try to find something at $25 and flip it? Or you're just looking to make $10 come playoffs. Like there is money to be made in raw cards and graded cards, and I think at both of them, regardless, those like Anthony Davis, LeBron, I think his card will still go up a little, especially if they win the championship, especially Anthony Davis. Uh, Tony, who you've seen on the show before, is in a big belief of Tatum right now. We've done a lot of research into him. We got a lot of bids going out on Jason Tatum cards right now. Actually, let me talk about one specifically right now. Jason Tatum's Prism Optic rated rookie card. Okay, we've got a few of them on our eBay watch list right now. I think Jason Tatum is a big player to watch. Celtics do have a shot. Obviously, I think we all know that's probably going to be the Bucks in LA. Okay, so yeah, you can go after Giannis cards and see if you can find some raw, or go after some of his graded cards. I think they're all going to go up in value. But if we're talking about some players on the not so high list, even though I've been in a lot of forums and platforms and stuff like this, and Tatum is a big guy that's jumping out across the board. So I'm going to go attack that card. I think it's a beautiful card, this rated rookie card. We even found it in a hollow version. These are going around from the $20 to $30 mark. Try to get one on a... So if you're playing it raw, okay? This card you can get graded, it's worth a lot more. But they're all going to raise in value. Right now as a game, we are trying to play a little on the raw version of trying to get some of these cards. At least that's us as a group personally, trying to keep some of these buys down in cost, and then get them graded and try to sell them. At least that's what we're doing some with football cards, because football card season's a little later. But we're trying to buy, maybe I would say, a little more graded basketball and or some raw cards that I believe will just go up in value regardless, like this Tatum card, of it being graded or not. Just because he could have a streak, Boston could make it to Milwaukee, they could play each other in the semifinals and the conference championship games, and see who, and that right there will drive his card up. Along with another basketball player to look at in that is Kawhi Leonard. Okay? Yeah, of course we all know we won a championship last year, and I've been looking out there at his cards, and I think they're low. For an all-time player, which I think Kawhi is going to be, yeah, he's in with the new team, but his rookie cards and his other cards out there, first time in Clippers, are all low. I've seen his Prism rookie card going for 100 to, at PSA 9s, to selling for over 1,500 at 10s. So the 9 is worth it, which automatically I think makes it go up. His rookie card still will go up more. If he shows his face off in the playoffs again, people are going to be like, oh yeah, Kawhi. I think for some reason he gets looked over too much. His card is low again, and another person do I attack. Either first year in a Clippers jersey, see if you can get the Prism version optic of that, or a parallel version of that card, maybe a patch, which I'm a big fan of cards with patches right now. I'm a big fan. I think, like I said, I believe cards are art, so ones with patches are cool to me. So I've been looking with those, with autos. Raw, graded, whatever you want when it gets to that point. You can get it graded later. But Kawhi would be my other guy to check out. Now that's for basketball. I've got into a bunch of guys that I think are going to be there. The two main focus guys I talked about were Tatum and Kawhi. Go after those cards before this playoff season starts. I mean, like right now, go buy cards. Keep them on your watch. Buy low, buy high, whatever it is that you can afford. And those players, come basketball playoff times, are going to go up, and especially the further they go. Or if they have like a 3-game run or something like that and tear up, right there, that's when you want to put it on the market. Try to hit that spot, sell those cards when they're in front of everybody playing basketball in the middle of the summer, and it's going to be awesome. So now that I got into basketball, the next sport, which I've done almost in a complete episode on, was baseball. Still pissed at you, baseball. But this Project 2020 cards have been crazy. Okay? These have been super legit cards. We finally bought into them. Do I think we bought a couple weeks later than I said? Yes, but if I told you when you guys first watched it, if you bought some right around the same time we do, there is still, I think, a great print run on some of these. I've been hearing ups and downs all over the market. I've heard from artists now who are actually making these cards, and there's differing opinions on these cards. The market has finally came back to even. It spiked there last week, real good, like probably the highest these cards will market out to, and finally came back to probably where they should be. They're still valuable cards. They're still going up, and it's still something different that I think is super cool. We've discussed it as a group. We're still here. We might still continue to buy more because we do believe in certain artists now, and a couple of the players are still really cool, and they're just legit cool cards. I mean, an artist redoing these cards is really cool. And now that I finally got to see one, someone actually have an artist on and discussing some of how we went about the process of making the card, actually makes it even cooler to me. The first card we actually did get was the Ken Griffey Jr. one by Keith Shore. So we still haven't gotten it yet, but we did order it. And we got that along with the Sandy Koufax one by Naturel, Naturel. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, but I think that's what it is. Both these cards are cool. Who doesn't like Ken Griffey? And Sandy Koufax, everyone talks about him all the time. So these are cool cards to us. We got those. We're looking forward to getting them in the mail. As soon as I do, I'll show you guys what we got, how they came, and then what the market on those cards are at once we get them. So do I say continue buying Project 2020? Personally, yes. I think they're awesome cards. Even with the print runs that they're at might be high. I think in the future they're still going to be worth something. Maybe they're not a quick flip card. But I do think, and they're doing a lot of cool things with them, throwing in 101s and numbering these cards, and you can get the limited proof edition ones of them. So if you get those, I think it makes it even more valuable. So this is something really cool that Topps continues to do right now, and will be out all year. So continue to check those out. Look at the players you like, the artist. Each one is different. It's been a lot of fun checking those out every day. They literally post one every single day, a new set. So check out Project 2020. Yeah, that's Project 2020. And now I'm going to be talking about the king of all sports that was going to start on time, is football. So like I said, this is about players that we believe in and their cards that are going to reflect that. I originally was going to talk about Drew Brees and his card a little tonight. There's been some wild stuff about Drew Brees in the last couple days here regarding what he said and everything in regards to these protests. So I'm not going to talk about Drew Brees tonight, but I am going to talk about a player who we all know, who was our MVP last year, who led a ton of people to fantasy championships, including myself. Second place in another one. The same guy who probably killed it for you in your fantasy league, and I think is going to be a legit player continuing on in the future, has a legit shot at playoffs and a Super Bowl this year, and that is Lamar Jackson. Crazy feet, super speed, dime ball, Lamar Jackson. This purple leader is fantastic, and we just bought one of his cards. I got it in the mail today. I'm sick. We bought it raw. Okay. Now this is the Panini Prism card. I'm going to show you to you right here. Holy cow. Slipping out. That card right there. My man Dylan behind the camera will get you a better view of it, but super excited about this one. Is a pink Panini Prism. His rookie with the patch, purple patch there in the corner. We bought this card for $67. Okay, that's total. That's with shipping and everything else. So I'm gonna be legit with you. This $67. Bought it raw. I've seen it selling between about that price. We got it on the low end to about $85. I've been seeing this exact card. So about 3 or 4 of them on. I haven't seen any of them graded. I have seen the silver one of them graded and sold for about 108. But the silver one raw is selling in around the $30 mark. Okay, so you get the 30s, you get a gem mint 10 of the silver, you make $70. You get about $30. Sell it for 100, shipping cost, all that other good stuff. This card, after receiving it in the mail, we believe is a gem mint 10. We're praying it's gem mint 10. It is fantastic looking. All the corners, cuts, everything about it looks crisp, and we believe the card max value is going to be, if it is graded out of 10, around $200. So that's about, $120 profits minus all your other stuff, maybe like $100 profit. Great. Maybe it'll go up. We're going to wait till football season, try to get it graded. That is the goal. And maybe he'll go on another MVP type season. Maybe possibility of Super Bowl, and this card's only worth more. I think it's legit awesome. Super excited about it. Now there's a ton out there in Lamar. So like I said, why wouldn't I believe in Lamar Jackson? So you guys go believe him. His rookie card's out there. It's still not super cost. His card rose there real high after the Super Bowl and right there after his MVP there in the playoffs, and then came back just recently, and I think is going to continue to go back up once football's getting to go. So get them now. Get your raws. Get graded Lamar Jacksons. There's so many cool ones out there from his rookie year. Go ahead and attack Lamar. Now there's one more guy I want to talk about, and that's also in football, and that is Josh Allen. All right, now, I'm not trying to brag or get into depth of fantasy football right now, but I do believe he is going to be another great card. He's got legs, receivers throw to now, and a division that's wide open. So Josh Allen, I believe in a lot this year. I did last year. He was a great fantasy quarterback last year, and I think he is going to be even better this year. Now, like I said, we were attacking raw cards. So another one in the mail today, which we happen to buy the same day, is this rated rookie Josh Allen card. Okay, this is the Panini Prism Optic card. Base card here. Bought it for $25. Okay, this card graded at a gem mint 9, or at a 9 PSA 9, is selling for around 70, and a 10 is selling for about $1.60. But that card's going to go up, and that's the reason why we're talking about these players, because we believe in them. This is what we believe in a group. These are players we think you should attack. He obviously has other cards out there. This just happens to be one of our favorite cards to look at, are the optic cards. We're big believers in the optic cards. We love the rated rookies. I think they're really just cool, clean, crisp cards. And that's how we bring it all back in tonight, is the player. Believe in the player. Believe in your favorite player. I went over the 5 that we enjoy and who we've actually bought, and who are continuing on our watch list to try and purchase. These playoffs are coming up in the NBA. Who do you think is going to go off? Who's on your fantasy football team that you are going to go after, that you're going to believe in? These are the guys that you want to go after. Find them raw. Find them graded. Us not having sports is going to bring this market up, and everyone is, especially if they're a hot player or whatnot, is what's going to drive your card up in value. Collect it because he's going to be a Hall of Famer, or flip it. Preference is up to you. The card is up to you. The player is up to you. And that's what's so awesome about this market. So continue to follow us. I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. I know I did. I love getting these cards in the mail, the ones we bought, and I can't wait to get them graded and seeing what's up. So give me some feedback. Who you guys think are going to be the next top players or going to go off. and we'll look into those cards. We'll have a discussion. Hit the like button. Continue to follow. Thank you guys so much.